The Spirits Within, the Origin and Hidden Meanings of African Mask. In the quiet corners of the world's greatest galleries, they hang in silence. To the casual eye, they are mere wood pigment and vapor-striking decorations for a white-walled room. But look closer. Feel the weight of the air around them. Nia stands before one such carving, sensing a pulse that the museum plaques ignore. These are not ornaments. They are technology. They are sacred portals. They are the faces of the unseen, waiting for a breath to bring them back to life. The story begins not in a gallery, but in the humming heat of the ancient bush. The world of men and the world of spirits were separated by a thin, shimmering veil. Amadi, a hunter of great renown, tracked a golden antelope deeper into the forbidden glades than any human had ever dared. He wasn't looking for a trophy. He was following a song that vibrated in his very marrow. Suddenly the brush parted. Amadi gasped, dropping his bow. Before him stood a spirit, a creature of light and shadow that defied the laws of the physical world. It moved with a grace that was terrifying. The spirit did not speak with words, but with shapes. It showed Amadi how to bridge the gap between realms, to talk to the ancestors, to heal the earth, or to ensure a harvest. The people would need a vessel, a face that the spirits could recognize as their own. Amadi returned to his village and took up the adze. He chose the wood of a sacred tree, whispering prayers to its soul before the first cut. He did not carve a human face. He carved a language. He gave the mask wide, bulging eyes, not because the spirit was startled, but to represent the supernatural vision required to see into the future. He carved a long, straight nose, the symbol of the deep wisdom that comes from breathing the air of the heavens. The mask was finished, but it was still just wood until the moment of the dance. Amadi pulled the mask over his brow, and the village fell silent. This is the mystery of the Igungan. The moment the mask touches the skin, the man Amadi vanishes. His personality, his fears, and his name are consumed by the spirit of the ancestor. He becomes a living bridge, a physical shadow of a power that existed before time. For centuries, these spirits governed the land. Kayode, a master dancer, moved with the rhythm of the drums, his every step a prayer for justice or a plea for rain. The masks were the community's heartbeat, used in secret societies to maintain order and pass down the history of the tribe. They were the judges, the doctors, and the historians. To touch the mask was to touch the divine. To wear it was to die and be reborn. But then a shadow fell over the continent. Men from across the sea arrived, carrying steel and a cold, narrow view of the world. They saw the masks and felt a fear they called superstition. Soldiers, like Captain Miller, were ordered to seize these idols, believing that, by taking the masks, they could break the spirit of the people. Olabisi, the village elder, watched in silent agony as the sacred vessels were tossed into crates, destined for the dusty basements of Europe. Decades later, the stolen spirits found themselves in the damp studios of Paris. A young artist named Picasso stared at the elongated faces and the geometric precision of the African carvings. He didn't understand their spiritual purpose, but he was electrified by their power. He began to strip away the softness of traditional European art, birthing Cubism. The primitive was suddenly the modern, yet the names of the masters who carved the original masks remained unknown. Today, the masks exist in a strange duality. In the grand museums of London and Paris, they sit behind thick glass, silent and static, stripped of their costumes and their drums. Nia looks at them and wonders if they are lonely, or if they are merely sleeping. But in the villages of the Ball and the Yoruba, the drums still beat. The traditions were suppressed, but they were never extinguished. The wood may rot, but the spirit is eternal. The mask is not a relic of the past. It is a living dialogue. Nia returns to her community, no longer seeing the masks as art, but as ancestors. At a local festival, she watches Coyote dance, the mask catching the light exactly as it did for Amadi centuries ago. The portal is still open. The spirits are still within. And as the drums reach a crescendo, we realize that the mask doesn't hide the truth, it reveals it. This is the Subtle History. Follow and subscribe for more.